Windows Server 2016 has a number of new features as well as significant improvements over the earlier versions of the operating system. Some of these new features were first introduced in 2012 or 2012 R2, and others are brand new to 2016. So let's take a look at what's new since 2008. In other words, these were first introduced in 2012, or in some cases 2012 R2, but they've then been improved upon in 2016. Okay, work folders is the first. This is a mechanism for both domain-joined as well as non-domain-joined systems to connect to the workplace and access and synchronize corporate data files. DHCP failover allows you to deploy two DHCP servers, and those servers would contain overlapping scopes. If one server goes offline, then the clients can renew their configuration from the failover server. It was just a much easier way of implementing high availability for DHCP, which is a critical service. IP address management was first introduced in 2012. That provides administrative and monitoring capabilities for the whole IP address infrastructure within the organization. You can monitor and audit as well as manage servers that run DHCP and DNS. Dynamic access control was introduced in 2012 as well. It's a claims-based authorization platform that is used to control access to file resources throughout the organization. This is in addition to file and folder permissions that would already protect the resource. Basically, DAC is allowing you to apply access control permission based on rules that identify the sensitivity of the resource, the job role of the user, the particular device they can access them from. Gives you a lot of the same capabilities as it relates to authorizing access to resources, but doing so without having to come up with complex group structures. Support for domain controller virtualization was another that was introduced in 2012, just the ability to virtualize DCs. In addition to that, the ability to clone virtualized domain controllers to rapidly deploy new virtual domain controllers. Data deduplication involves finding and removing duplication within data that's stored on a file server. So it essentially works by separating files into smaller variable-sized pieces, identifying duplicate pieces, and then just maintaining a single copy of each piece. So it allows you to store more data in less space. Authentication silos are another new feature in Server 2012. They didn't get a whole lot of play in the exams. In fact, it's actually the majority would be Server 2012 R2 that authentication silos existed. They give us just the ability to contain logins within a domain. Windows PowerShell remote and local management greatly increased in 2012. If you recall, I said that PowerShell 3.0 that came with 2012 really opened the floodgates and allowed us to configure just about anything in the operating system via PowerShell. Storage spaces allow cost-effective, highly available local storage. It gives you a lot of flexibility and scalability that you would normally only have with a storage area network. Now, storage spaces tiering, or storage tiers for short, were introduced in R2, and that's a feature that automatically moves frequently accessed data to faster storage within a pool, and then less frequently accessed data would be moved to the slower storage. So it allowed you to mix and match different storage types.